Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rolling with the Tate. Say something, honey.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? More than doing this job.
So today you're going to just hear myself and Mr. Tate as we bring you the latest episode of Rolling with the Tate. So, honey, where are you? I got that part under control. You just do your part, okay, Mr. Tate?
We'll party that.
So, we first like to welcome our first-time listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rolling with the Tate. This is a show.
Thank you, everybody.
That's right. Thank you, everyone. This is a show about our truth, our journey. It's an inside look into our marriage. We've been married for 10 years, but we haven't always been together, but we've always been married. And right now, Mr. Tate, where are you? Are you yawning?
In my skin. If I jump out, you going to jump in? Oh, where am I?
Yes.
I'm in Anaheim, California.
You are in California, and I am in Channelview, Texas.
Yes.
What are you doing out in California, honey?
So, I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah, well, right now I'm laying back, chilling.
Okay.
Looking at my beautiful baby.
Right.
Who say long distance relationships don't work? The minds work.
So that's a very good, interesting point that you made. So we're going to take a diversion from our episode previously, the series, because we have a special Rolling with the Tate that we're going to be doing tonight. Previously, our last episode was about the F word. So if you haven't checked it out, please go to Spreaker.com, Rolling with the Tates, and check out the F word. Tonight, we are going to talk about what happens when your marriage becomes a long distance relationship. You seem happy about this long distance relationship. And it's not even, it's not, I mean, do we say long distance relationship or do we say long distance marriage?
Long distance separation.
No, sir. We do not use that word because it could allude to something else, and we not have.
It cannot allude to anything that we don't want it to allude to.
So, what is it? Because I'm your wife, man. I've been your wife for 10 years.
That's right, sweetie. You've been my wife for 10 years, and I'm at work. I'm working. You're working, so. You know,
I'm not working.
You're not working?
No, I'm not working.
Oh, dang.
So, give the husband's, wait a minute. I still have my question of the podcast. So my question of the podcast for you is, why is it that men stop doing the things they did to get you when they get you?
I don't know. I've never faced that situation. I haven't stopped doing what I did to get you, so, you know.
But I'm asking you for a man's point of view.
Because they have other things to deal with. They have to... The things that they used to do, been there, done that. So now they're on to different things.
Sir, that's what I call tap dancing around the answer.
No, it's what I call the honey-do list gets longer and longer, and things get put aside. I mean, it then got finished, and it's a wrap.
So you're trying to say that because now you have a honey-do list, the things that you did, so in other words, I guess what I'm trying to ask you is, why do men stop dating their wives?
Well, a man that stopped dating his wife, something wrong with you with him. You got to keep that intimacy. The newness of going out and going to dinner and going to movies. Taking them to the amusement parks and chasing them with spiders and stuff like that.
What do spiders come? You out of line. You are out of line. So, since we are right now, we're over 2,000 miles away from one another. And
a little less.
A little less?
2,000.
Less than 2,000? Okay.
Yes.
So, how important is it that people, I guess I can't say people, that husband and wives, continue to date one another? I don't know, because I asked you my question. Do you have a question for me this week?
How do no?
I think you out there enjoying yourself. I really do.
I'm actually this is the first job. First time in over 2 years I'm not working 6 days a week, and they trying to get me to go to work, and I'm not going to work tonight. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go downstairs and get me some beer, so I can say I've been drinking alcohol, so I can't go to work, and that's the way it is.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna send.
Doing 5 days.
I'm going to send them. I'm recording you, so I'm gonna send them this recording.
That's okay. and if I drink me 1 or 2 beers before they listen to it, they're in trouble.
Okay. So, so our subject for tonight is what happens when long distance shows up in your marriage. So, how do you keep that intimacy going if you're 2,000 miles away and I'm here?
Well, how you keep it going? Just because you're apart from each other, it doesn't mean that you're separated or whatever. Although that's the case, but it's just like when you're at work. You're not around each other when both of you go to work. So you got to treat it the same way. Although you got to do extra stuff like FaceTiming and call more often and everything, because I don't feel good without talking to you a lot. That's why I call you so much. Call you 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day.
So do you think that it's important that if in a long distance relationship, a husband and wife, do you think they have to talk every day?
If I got to talk to you every day at home, Dad, Nevitt, I'm going to talk to you every day when I'm away, too. So, yeah, you got to talk every day.
So, that's the first point that we want to make, that when long distance shows up in your marriage, you need to make a point to talk every day. So,
you need to make a point. Why wouldn't you want to talk every day?
Well,
you're the only person that got a sweet, soft voice I want to listen to every day.
Well,
although sometimes I'll be like, oh, Lord, why did I get us started? But,
Right. Well, I'm just thinking, honey, like you made a point. You said, first of all, there's a time zone difference.
Right.
And then second of all, you made a point. You say normally, I'm working 6 days a week and your days are long. Because typically I think you work around 12 hours a day, 13.
Yeah, I'm working 11 hours a day on this route.
Okay.
This one right here.
So you're working 11?
Yeah,
so
normally it's 10 or 11 hours.
I guess I'm including commute time, travel time, all of that,
Right.
So you get tired.
Yeah.
And there's the 2-hour difference. And then, I think you're on an early AM. So I'm just trying to, because there could be couples out there where you're not talking every day. And I don't know if that's necessarily
that can't be a good thing. Somebody or I mean, just because we're separate in different cities and different states, that doesn't mean that we should stop talking. There should be no reason why you shouldn't talk to your spouse. You
Okay.
know, I mean, what reason is there that you cannot pick up that phone at least 3, 4, 5 times a day, saying, "Hey, honey, I'm doing this, doing that." It's not the point of checking in. It's not the point of trying to see what she's doing or he's doing. But it's the point. But you guys are married. You guys are a team, and you would want to hear your mate's voice. You know, you want to hear your husband or your wife's voice.
So
You know, and then like I said, FaceTime. You want to see their face.
everybody don't have an iPhone, so
Well, then they got Facebook. They can see each other on Facebook. Facebook got that little Facebook thing too.
I'm gonna find out how you know about that on Facebook. So, guys,
Oh Lord Jesus, because you had it before, so don't even start that.
so guys, what we're saying is that we want to reinforce that you need to be communicating, talking every day. You know, there's many apps out there. I made a point of saying not everyone has an iPhone, but you can Marco Polo, like Mr. Tate said. You can Facebook has a app where it allows you to see one another. It's all about making that sacrifice, because right now, and I guess I want to talk to the wives, and if your husband has to go away, or husbands, if your wife has to go away, it's all about the sacrifice for the family. So you can't get caught up in the now. You got to keep your eyes on the prize, because I believe, when Mr. Tate come home sometime, I think I'm getting a new Mercedes or either BMW. Right, Mr. Tate? Hello?
He left the building. How did we get to that? I think I'm gonna stay away from home or something. What? Do it now, baby?
No, I was making it funny. I was just using that as an example, but I was just saying that ultimately, whenever a situation occurs, that the decision is made that one is going to be away from the other. Typically, you guys are working towards something, that there's a goal in mind, and you have to keep your focus on the goal. What's the vision? What's the vision of the family? So the second point that we want.
What's the purpose of why one has to leave? Because it's their job to send them to different places.
Right, but that could be another topic, because you could find another job. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. But the point, but the greater point is, it's all about the vision of your family. So our first point was to make sure that you're talking to each other every day. Second is making sure that you remember the why. Why are you separated? What are you working towards? And the third point, and we're giving you these points, and they're not necessarily in any order, but I'm a firm believer that a family that prays together does what, honey?
They pray that one don't want
a family. No, a family that prays together stay together.
Stay together.
Because you are praying and you're
communing and.
Well, I want to say that I guess I'm trying to say is that you're standing on the promises of God.
Right.
And so
you're coming together in unity.
Right, you're remaining that one, because even though we are physically apart, we still are what?
We're connected. We're still together. Boy.
We still one.
We're still one. We connect.